Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Lunch Hour, brought to you by Constant Collab, where we eat, sleep, and breathe finance, news, and everything in between. So, if you like finance, news, and crypto, make sure to subscribe. We have a great show lined up for you guys today, so let's dive in. So, just so you guys know, I already did the video, but I did not click on go live. So I'm pretty much doing it all over again. So that's the only reason why I'm starting a little late. Somebody sent me a message and said, "Hey, I didn't see your video or anything like that. Like, what happened?" So I went into YouTube and I saw that it still said set a reminder or whatever. But yeah, that's what happened, and that's the only reason why I'm starting a little late. But let's dive into the market. So currently, the overall crypto market value is 2.6 trillion. The overall volume, the 24-hour volume, is right over 100 billion. Bitcoin dominance is still around 45%, and then Ethereum is right around 19%. Bitcoin is currently trading at 62,370. It's down almost 2%. Ethereum is trading at 4,177. The market overall, at least the top 10, they're flat, uh, except for Solana. Solana is down about 5%. That is to be expected. However, Solana was up almost 15% yesterday, so some people are taking Profit. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly normal. However, Shiba Inu is up 21% for the day. So Shiba yesterday was down 12% in the morning when I did the news, and then it was up 10% to end the day. So it did about a 22% move throughout the day. That is huge. Shiba still trading at an all-time high. That is great for whoever owns Shiba. Congratulations to you. But let's move on to the news. CNN reporting on Shiba Inu. They say Shiba Inu, which appears to be inspired by Dogecoin itself, a mint currency, is up more than 40% in the last 7 days, making it the 11th biggest cryptocurrency. The token has gained 45 million% in the last year. I did read that had you put $1,000 in Shiba Inu around November, December of last year, it would be worth roughly $200 million. That's heartbreaking if you didn't put any money in it last year, but it is what it is. I mean, things happen. You can't win them all. And if I'm not mistaken, the 40% is actually a little wrong. I think, yeah, 67% for the week. That is very impressive. Congratulations again to anybody that owns Shiba Inu. Hey, again, we can't win them all. It is what it is. But moving on. US SEC may steer stablecoin regulations, new rules to be detailed soon. Thanks to the growing influence of stablecoins on the financial system, regulators across the world are racing to regulate the sector. The stablecoin realm is a step closer to achieving regulatory clarity as the US Securities and Exchange Commission has geared to propose legislation and supervise the $131 billion industry. Bloomberg reports that developments surrounding SEC's authority over stablecoins legislation will be announced formally this week by the Treasury Department. It was Chairman Gary Gensler who has been pressing the lawmakers for authority over exchanges. In an interview with the Washington Post in late September, Gensler compared these tokens to poker chips at a casino. So I have a huge issue with this and what the SEC is trying to do. So the SEC is supposed to protect, securities and regulate securities. Securities are investment contracts between, let's say, companies and individuals with the promise that an individual that invests in a company will make a return. The company has to make efforts for the individual to make returns, and the SEC is supposed to protect that. However, stable coins, as the name implies, they are stable. They don't change in value. So I don't understand how a stable coin can be an investment contract. If anybody does, please leave it in the comment. Let me know. Explain it to me. But as of right now, I just don't get it. When I buy a stable coin, I don't buy it in the hopes that I'm going to make an investment or a return on my investment, I buy a stable coin so it doesn't change in value, and that's it. That's it. There's nothing else. So I don't understand how they are going to be regulated by the SEC, or why the SEC is trying to regulate them. I just feel like um, the SEC and Gensler, they're trying to expand their purview, and they want to put their hands where they don't belong. Not exactly a good thing when it comes to the entirety of the crypto market, but we shall see. Stablecoin induced transformation of payment landscapes. U.S. regulators aren't the only ones working towards establishing oversight of the stablecoin market. Several financial institutions, including the International Organizations of Security Commissions and the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures, have been examining ways to accommodate standards for stablecoins. CPMI Chairman and Deputy Governor for the Financial Stability at the Bank of England, Sir John Conlive, stated, "The payment landscape has undergone rapid transformation in several years and continues to evolve at pace. This is happening at the same time as financial innovation offers prospect of new payment services and greater competition, but also potential risks to the financial system." Yes, stable coins and cryptocurrency overall, they're changing the financial system. They're making it better. They're improving it. They're adding oil to the machine to for it to operate more smoothly. The financial system, the risk to the financial system, as they imply, again, I said it yesterday, I said it all last week, and I'll continue to say it. I don't think that that's a valid argument. The cryptocurrency market fluctuates, hundreds of billions of dollars every single day. They transact billions of dollars in volume every day, and it is yet to cause any systemic risk to the financial system. If you look at a company like JP Morgan, I believe JP Morgan is worth roughly $89 billion. If JP Morgan were to be wiped out of the face of the earth tomorrow, it would be detrimental to the entire financial system, especially the US. And the governments aren't putting more restrictions on banking. In the contrary, the Federal Reserve at the beginning of the year relaxed reserve requirements on banking industry, which makes no sense. If one of the major five banks were to disappear, again, it would be a systemic disaster to the financial system in the US and around the globe. But they're relaxing regulations. That makes no sense. I just feel like the SEC and the government, they're trying to protect the banking cartels, and they're by killing innovation and killing the cryptocurrency market. I just don't get it. I don't understand what they're trying to do, but actually I do understand it, but it makes no sense. Anyways, moving on. Ripple and Pipel debut new first in market service in Middle East. Um, Let me see. Ripple, the leading provider of enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions for cross-border payment, announces the launch of RippleNet's first ever ODL, or on-demand liquidity deployment, in the Middle East, together with Pipel, the international blockchain-based financial services technology company in the Middle East and Africa. So remittances in the Middle East, they last year in 2020, they amounted to $78 billion of money moving in and out of the Middle East and Northern Africa. If Ripple were to capture, let's say, 10% of that market, we're talking about $7.8 billion, just like that. And ODL, on demand liquidity, leverages XRP. As stated here, ODL leverages XRP, the best digital asset for payment, for instant and low cost cross-border payment, eliminating the need for costly pre-funded accounts. This is huge. Huge for Ripple, huge for the XRP community, huge for the Middle East and Northern Africa region. I mean, those people are going to be able to move money in and out those regions at low cost, nearly free, and it'll be easier, it'll be faster, and it just makes life better. There's just no other way to put it, and that's pretty impressive. Um, Best of luck to Ripple, and congratulations to them. There's just no other way to put it. But moving along, Mastercard says that any bank or merchant on its vast network can soon offer crypto services. So Mastercard keeps moving into the cryptocurrency arena. Mastercard is preparing to announce that any of the thousand banks and millions of merchants on its payment network can soon integrate crypto into their products. That includes Bitcoin wallets, credit and debit cards that earn rewards in crypto and enable digital assets to be spent, and loyalty programs where airline or hotel points can be converted into Bitcoin. To do so, the payment network is partnering with BAC, the crypto firm recently spun off by Intercontinental Exchange. Those are the people that own the NYSE, which will be behind the scenes provided for custodial services for those who sign up. So yesterday, I read a report from American Express saying that credit cards and crypto, they don't compete with each other, and they're not worried about it. But this pretty much changes everything. I mean, Mastercard is changing the game when it comes to loyalty points and implementing cryptocurrency to millions of merchants and thousands of banks. So to say that crypto is not pushing innovation when it comes to banking and finance is huge. This is literally the blockbuster and Netflix moment for the financial system. If banks and payment providers don't change, don't adapt to what's coming, they are running the risk of disappearing. There's just no other way to put it. They need to Stripe, PayPal, Cash App, Square, all of them are implementing cryptocurrency. Why? Because they see it as the future. They see it that if they don't change and adapt, they're doing a disservice to the customer. They're doing a disservice to their investor, and they're doing a disservice to innovation as a whole. I mean, that's it. It's they banks need to change, and they need to realize that cryptocurrency is the future. Period. Moving right along. Citi starts coverage on Coinbase with a $415 price target. Tuesday, Citi initiated coverage on Coinbase Tuesday with a buy rating and a $450 price target, saying that the crypto exchange offers investor direct exposures to increase retail and institutional adoption of digital assets. The U.S. bank sees the exchange's lean forward approach to regulatory compliance as a prospective competitive advantage in the longer term, and says that not all regulation should be seen as harmful. And I do agree with Citibank with that assessment. Coinbase always, their regulation, they're pro regulation, and they work with Congress to try to pass good, helpful, innovative regulation to help the entire market. However, recently that came and bit them in the butt. They've been in communication with the SEC since their inception, and recently one of their products that they were trying to release, I think it was called Earn or something like that. Um, they wanted to offer their customers 4% return by just holding their crypto assets on their exchange. The SEC said that was a no-no. They said that if they were to release the product, they would file a lawsuit against Coinbase. So Coinbase, they put their tail between their legs, and they said, okay, we're not gonna release it. We'll try to figure it out. But I personally don't understand why the SEC was trying to do this. A 4% return for anybody is pretty decent, especially for money just sitting on the sidelines. But one of the reasons why I think the SEC did this was because banks, they offer their customers what, half of a percent for money in the savings account. And if Coinbase were to release this, it would be detrimental for banks. So I'm pretty sure that the banking cartel went to their friends at the SEC and they say, "You guys gotta help us out. We can't compete with that, and if they release it, it's really going to hurt us. So please do something, help us out." And guess what? Their friend Gary Gensler said, "Okay, I got your back," and there you go. They went after Coinbase, at least that product that they were trying to release. Sad day for crypto, sad day for Coinbase, sad day for any investor out there looking to at least make some money. But I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, overall they are um, pro, regulation, and they think that regulation is good overall for crypto, and I do too, as long as it's regulation that it's not going to kill innovation. um, that's just the only way that I can put it. And then Ron Paul, crypto could become world's reserve currency if government trust falls. The Republican from Kentucky cited a lack of trust in government as the reason for more people turning to crypto. It's not clear whether there is a connection between Americans' trust in government and their interest in cryptocurrencies, as Paul claims, but views of the local and state government are near record lows, according to a recent Gallup poll. And just 39% of people trust the federal government. Um, yeah, I mean, the federal government keeps printing money. There's a lot of liquidity out there. The value of the dollar keeps going down, and people are trying to find an investment product that is not affected by government spending and government massive printing of fiat. And Bitcoin, Ethereum, cryptocurrencies overall, they are not affected by government spending. And that is technically a safe place to put your money. The stock market is overvalued, the housing market is overvalued, bonds, the returns are abysmal, and cryptocurrency, yes, we're in the middle of a bull cycle, but still, many projects out there are undervalued. Ripple hasn't hit their all-time high from 2017, and there's still potential that Bitcoin could go to 100K. I don't know. I personally I believe that Bitcoin will max out at around 115 to 130K. So there's still upside potential. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball if that's going to be the case. My opinion, and after the research that I've done and the analysis that I've put together, I think that that's where it maxes out. But again, there's other products that are undervalued. I mean, Ripple again hasn't hit their all-time high. If you look at products like Solana, they're trying to create the Web 3. They still have upside. So I just don't know why people would have their money in the U.S. dollar that literally devaluing on a daily basis, rather than putting it on crypto. That's just me. I'm pro crypto. Obviously, I have a crypto channel, YouTube channel. So, and obviously, Ron Paul thinks that people are moving away from the U.S. dollar due to mistrust in the government, and I see it at that trend will continue at least for the next couple years. But let's move along. And then the stock market. So the stock market today, right now, let me refresh the page. The S&P is currently trading flat. It's up 10%. So is the Dow. It's up 32%. And then the Nasdaq hasn't changed. However, as previously stated, the stock market is trading at all-time highs. That's to be expected with all the liquidity and money flowing around. And the prospect that the government is more than likely going to spend more money in infrastructure on the spending bill. So, and then another reason right here, the stock market just loves Biden not getting things done. This year's rally reflects a lack of faith in the president's ability to push through corporate tax hikes. The market still wants a fiscal boost. Um, Yeah, that's literally the only sentence in this article that I'm going to cover. Biden hasn't been able to pass the corporate tax hikes that he promised during the election. It's been, some Democrats don't want to bring it up, and then all Republicans pretty much don't want to bring it up. But the market obviously likes that. That's bullish for the market. And then the likelihood that the spending bill will pass at the end of the week, it's bullish for the market. Again, a lot of liquidity and a lot more liquidity coming with the spending bill, and the corporate taxes haven't changed. That's bullish for the market. And as this article states, let me see. Why inflation scares haven't hampered the stock market? Many of the reasons that I just mentioned. Investor sentiment had gotten pretty negative ahead of earnings season. However, once again, we're seeing companies put up solid results. About 84% of companies have beaten earning estimates for the third quarter, in line with the record levels seen in the prior 2 quarters. So 2020 was the year of lockdowns. 2021 is the year of free downs, and everybody, everybody's out, everybody's free. They want to go to concerts, they want to go to restaurants, they want to go to clubs. And I mean, last 2 weeks ago, I went to a concert at the Capital One Arena in DC, and it was packed to the rims. People were wearing masks and stuff like that. Trying to uh, be safe against COVID and whatnot. But it was full. I mean, it was packed, and that's gonna be that's 2021 has been that year. And I think the holidays is gonna be the same thing. um, Thanksgiving and Christmas, people are gonna hang out with family. They're going to travel to relatives houses and stuff like that. And people are gonna spend money on Christmas gifts. And the stimulus checks that people got, few months back, and money printing and people traveling, it's all of that is bullish for the stock market, and it will continue to in that direction at least till the end of the year. And you add the spending plan that the Democrats are pushing, bullish for the stock market. So the stock market could continue to go up. um I don't see it though, due to the fact, I mean, it's literally at a peak. If you look at charts starting in '08, it's literally creating a parabola. At this point, it might as well start going straight up. So I think that it comes back down, it cools off for a little bit, and then it continues its trajectory upwards. I mean, the stock market in the long term pretty much always moves up. But yeah, I mean, that is to be expected that 84% of companies have been earning estimates for the third quarter. And the fourth quarter, I think the same thing is going to happen. Lastly, Manchin pushes for more climate cuts for the budget bill. Senator Joe Manchin III of West Virginia has pushed Democrats to drop or weaken a second major climate change provision from the sweeping social policy and environmental spending bill that the White House hopes to finalize this week. Mr. Manchin, a centrist Democrat from one of the country's top coal and gas producing states, wants to remove or modify a provision that would impose a fee on emission of methane. He has already effectively succeeded in stripping the bill of its most powerful climate change provision, a program that would have rapidly shut down coal and gas fired power plants and replace them with wind and solar power. I mean, Joe mentioned he's from West Virginia. That coal and gas, it's pretty much their number one industry. Getting rid of it would pretty much be a political disaster for Joe Manchin. And I mean, he wants to get reelected. Reelected. He's a politician and he wants to remain in office. No one can tell me that if Joe Manchin had said that he was going to, retire from Congress and not do politics anymore, he probably would have agreed with it and said, climate change is a bad thing and we need to move into renewable sources of energy. He probably would have given them the vote, but he wants to get reelected, and not removing this from the bill again, it would pretty much kill his political career. And but me personally, I think that gas and coal, that's the past, and West Virginia needs to find a new industry to wrap its arms around. And I honestly think that legalization of marijuana would be huge. I mean, Colorado brought in massive revenues when they legalized marijuana, and I don't think West Virginia wants to wait for a federal law legalizing it. I think they want to be ahead of the curve. They're not going to be. Um, I don't think, because they are pretty conservative. Um, but it's sad, and I really do think that they need to find another industry to move forward to move into. Democrats are racing to finalize the details of the budget bill this week. President Biden is set to attend a major climate summit in Glasgow this weekend, and he hopes to point to the bill to make the case that the United States, the world's largest historical greenhouse polluter, is finally taking a strong, forceful action to cut its fossil fuel emissions and to push other countries to do the same. So, yeah, President Biden, he pretty much wants to wave the legislation in front of people's or other countries' faces and be like, see, we're making changes. You guys should be doing the same. And that's where we're going to go. And one thing that I want to mention to you guys that's very interesting, uh, we like our meme coins. Kishu today is up 77%. It's making massive moves today. 81%. Yeah, it's wow. It just keeps moving every minute. But this is a meme coin. It's very small. Wow, it's on 156,000 people's watch list on CoinMarketCap. So a lot of people are looking at it. It's right under $1 billion market cap. I don't like to push meme coins to people or anything like that. This is one that I'm invested in. Shiba, I have a little bit, but meme coins, to me, they're a gamble. They're pretty much going to the casino and putting money on whatever you want. I like this one, and I said, why not? So let's put some money in it. But it's up, 82% for the day, making massive moves. That's pretty impressive. Look at the charts. What is this? This is the daily chart. Wow, the weekly chart is pretty steep too. So yeah, Kishu, look into it, do some additional research. I hope you guys are really enjoying the content that we're providing. We are looking to do this every single day, Monday through Friday at 12:30. Like I said, I did start a little late today due to some technical difficulties on my part. But yeah, we look forward to interacting with you guys. Make sure to leave some comments on anything that you think that I should be covering, anything that you want to discuss, and see you guys on the next one.